right, my nigga. What are you?
We all having fun.
Hold on. No. What are you talking about? You just threw that in there. You just threw an extra one. And 100%, you know, I understand where you're coming from. I definitely can empathize and see where he, you know what I'm saying, was in his life at this exact time. Some women, I won't say like women obviously, but I'm speaking from the perspective of a young boy at the time. Like, some women do prey on you. Some women are looking for an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta, I don't even know what I would say to like mitigate that, because it's obviously never a child's fault or responsibility, but at the end of the day, like, you know, there are people out there just waiting to take advantage or like to groom you basically, and that's just what it is. But regardless of that, you know, I will say that you should not, especially once you recognize where those things came from, if you are in a position to acknowledge why you are the way you are or why you do the things that you do, and you are actively avoiding people or things that can help you overcome what's ultimately making you make poor choices as a result of
help a lot of people from
we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm gonna read that though, but I'm not doing that. Kendrick Lamar was not the first person to address trauma in music. He's not the first person to talk about you know, woman on young boy abuse in the black community, or, you know, like everything that an artist does beyond this point cannot be and will not be attributed to Kendrick Lamar's like influence because of either Mr. Morale or people thinking that he's, you know, super introspective. And quite honestly, a lot of what contextually, or not contextually, but a lot of what was in that album, Mr. Morale, had already been talked about and broken down years before he had even gotten to that point. And I'm super appreciative and I'm super like glad that he got to that place. But I feel like niggas have been on that path for like many moons. And niggas are just catching up musically speaking. You know, this has been, there's articles that have been written about this. You know, therapists have been talking about shit like this for many years. I mean, this isn't new territory, I feel like, you know. But I am glad that people with platforms as big as guys like YG and Kendrick Lamar, I'm glad that they are addressing it in their music, because it's still happening, regardless of how much people think we've progressed in society and we've progressed as like a people and a nation. Like, this shit happens on a regular basis still. So this ain't just because it says 04 that it's not happening in 25. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's not like that. But what I was trying to say though, and I will still read that before I know I rudely cut you off, but what I was trying to say was, like, if you're making active steps to like avoid people and programs that can get you that assistance, and you're constantly still using your abuse that you suffered as a kid as a reason to just like be unhealthy in your current relationships, or as a reason to not solve anything, or you're using it to stalemate certain arguments because your girl or the person that you with is asking why you're like this, and you're like, I'm like this because it is, but you refuse to go get help for it, like, you gotta fix it, you know. It's a sad reality that oftentimes you're not the person who got you to that abuse stage. Like, you didn't abuse yourself, obviously, but you still are gonna have to be the one to take active steps to make sure that that abuse that you suffered when you were younger doesn't affect you for the rest of your life. And you can't just use it as an excuse to be like, oh, I'm the way I am because I've been through what I've been through. That's another harsh reality that you're gonna have to learn as you grow up. Like, you still gotta fix it. It is what it is. And that's something that men specifically go through a lot when it comes to being confronted with their past trauma, is like also coming into the realization that you still have to fix it, you know. Even though you didn't do it, it's still up to you to mitigate it so you don't unintentionally put that harm on other people, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's where this video was going, but I think it would have been even better if accompanied with the steps that he was taking to make sure he don't inflict that same damage on the other people, you know what I mean? But it is just a 3-minute song or 4-minute song. It's only so much you could put in there and package it with, so it is what it is. You don't have to go back to that dono, to be honest. I guess I don't, because I just finished reading it. It did go in the direction that I thought it was going in, but yeah, I like it. I like where you're coming from. Would I listen to it as a song musically? No, I don't generally get into music like this. I don't think that this is a good form of therapy at all, but it's definitely a strong outlet. And for people to express themselves, 100% go there for that reason. If you like it because of that expression, then 100% go there for that reason. I'm not gonna say there has not been any therapeutic music that's come out that's discussed stuff like this, obviously, but I think the best way is the more formal way, which is to actually go get help if you're having issues with stuff like that, if you can get it, you know. But that's just where I'm at with it. I definitely love when people use their art to at least start the healing process. 100%. I don't like asking for help because I don't want to make my problems become other people's burdens. Kind of selfish on my part, but it's how I am, and I'm working on it. Now, I understand where you're coming from. 100%. I think that come from like I'm not a therapist, by the way. I'm not a guru or nothing like mentally, but I think I can speak for myself in regards to that and say part of the reason I don't ask for help or I grew up being like very independent was because I didn't trust people. Like I had a very hard time depending on other people, and that's because so many people, peers, people that were supposed to be responsible for me when I was growing up, let me down a lot. And also like trauma, exactly like he's talking about in his music video, you just learn to like depend on yourself and become very self-motivated, and when things go wrong, it's usually you that fixes it. When you need something, it's usually you that supplies it. And a lot of time that puts you in a position where you're arrogant, you're ostracizing yourself from people. People try to get in, you shut them out, you tell them everything good, things might not be good. You always divert attention away from yourself to put it back on them. Like it's a lot. You got to constantly like do so many mental gymnastics to get yourself back to a point where it's like, oh no, I really care about a whole bunch of other people. It's like, nah, I really just don't want nobody knowing like anything about me because I don't want them to use it against me. I don't want them to betray me. I don't want them to let me down. So it's a lot. I get what you're saying though, but I'm just speaking for why I used to do that. You feel me? Having a great person to lean on to is very hard. Yeah, 100%. I get it, man. I get it. But when you get to that place where you're no longer, you know what I'm saying, thinking that the world gonna let you down, or when you accept that things are just gonna happen and it's not personal, you know, you don't have to change your whole life because something bad happened. I get it, 100%. But take your time. That's all I can say. Take your time. You'll grow out of it though. I feel like you'll grow out of it and learn to trust some people. Learn to loosen up that grip on control that you feel like you need to have in order to keep yourself safe. Once you loosen up that grip, it's like, I'm not saying life is stress-free, but it's way better not feeling like you need to control every little aspect of your life and things around you because you're afraid. You get what I'm saying? I don't think you can just grow out of it without taking active steps. I mean, of course, but I feel like with age also comes some wisdom. So I'm not saying it's a prerequisite for every person, but I feel like it definitely does, you know, come over time. You definitely not gonna just have all those answers when you like in your teens or late teens or even early 20s. I don't expect you to find the answer or find your own method that early, but I get it. I do understand kind of what you're saying. I feel like people need to normalize seeking out what they think is helpful rather than reaching a boiling point or being forced to get help. I say that all the time. Take Gus, I appreciate you with the 4. I say that all the time, bro. I've used this exact same analogy before where I've told somebody it's way better to slowly unpack your bags, because everybody's going to have a point in life, right, when they run face first into a glass door. And I don't mean that literally, but you're going to run face first into a glass door, and you need to prepare yourself for that moment because you going to have, everybody got baggage. So when you run face first into this glass door, it's shit going to hurt. But when you fall back, you want to make sure that you don't have all this shit on top of you, on your back, on your shoulders, because when your bag bursts after you fall, you're going to have a lot of pieces to pick up. And you want to make sure that your bag is not full at all. You're going to have some problems, obviously, but you want to make sure your bag is like maybe organized or it's less shit in there, because when you hit that wall, you're going to have so many pieces to pick up. You're going to have so much shit to work on, so much shit to fix. You're going to feel overwhelmed. And if you don't got nobody to help you when that moment comes, or you don't have nobody to trust, like, you in for some dark days. You in for some very, very dark days. That's all I'm saying. So slowly work on your
Off
shit,
topic,
because that
but
time
I
is
feel
gonna
like a
come.
lot of red pill people, they do this content out of hurt and things they can't heal from or can't grow out of it. So they blame the woman or whoever to like cope. That's why I never understood the red pill blue pill. Rent is still due. The real red pill is within you.
I don't get none of the pills at all. I don't. I do know that people like to sloganize things so that it sounds cute, or so that they can categorize things in their mind so that it can belong to this and this can belong to that. But I don't know. I never I don't know. I don't like people that usually sell their ideas to people, cuz I feel like I'm not saying everybody's so unique that y'all all need like an individualized course that's meant specifically for you, but I do feel like one size never fits all. So like even the advice or like talk that I'm having right now, like there's obviously somebody it's not going to work for. And I feel like to speak so definitively about something that's not so broad, or that something that you can't just so easily apply to everybody in their own situation, I feel like to speak so confidently about it is really arrogant. And I don't know, it just speaks to like your true intentions. If you're in that field and you're trying to genuinely help people, I feel like someone who's really trying to help somebody wouldn't speak like that. Yeah, nuance, you know what I'm saying? That's another way to describe it. My theory is that all these right-wing people are doing it for views. It's not because they fundamentally believe in what they're saying. I think some people do. I think some of it's just misguided, and it comes from a place of hurt. And you got to be humble enough to admit that. People will rather say I'm angry than rather be like I'm hurt, because hurt just sounds like you were a victim to something or you were vulnerable at one point, and nobody wants to be vulnerable, especially not men. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. I don't feel the need to be anything though. You feel what I'm saying? I don't feel the need to be masculine. I don't feel the need to be a man. I don't feel the need to be anything. I'm just me. You know what I mean? That's just me. Hurt will make you hurt others. Right wing people definitely are grifters, but sprinkling basic shit like workout, good hygiene, and making money. I think some of them niggas believe that shit. Some of them. Is it profit to be made? Is it a fan base to easily be accessed? Yeah, but I do think some of them niggas genuinely believe that shit. Hold on, what? I haven't started telling people why did you hurt my feelings instead of getting angry. Like, excuse me, holy shit, that water is killing me right now. Like I normally do. No, I get what you're saying. See, when I was growing up as a person, I naturally never got angry at shit because I really felt like people couldn't handle what I have to say or what I do. I felt like nobody deserved that. You get what I'm saying? So I just be on some I be on some chill shit 90% of the time. Then chat came. I've never genuinely gotten angry with y'all. When it comes to shit like that, I feel like I don't know, I'll be muting how I genuinely will respond to some things that actually make me mad. Like very, very like dangerously upset. I don't be getting like that. Why are you lying? I swear I'm not. If y'all will know when I'm actually mad or super angry when I'm not talking. If I stop talking, like I'm there 100%. When I feel like I can't express what I have to say, like with words or nothing like that, and I'm trying to like actively avoid you or I'm trying to like move away, that's like when it's coming, and I can't. At that point, I'm just like, I'm not in my right mind, like at all. So when you game it, nah. I told y'all, you gonna fish for it, but you never gonna find that, bro. I'm sorry. It's me having my outburst or my anger moment is never gonna happen on stream. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen. I get what you're saying though, but that's not gonna happen. Niggas call me stoic. I sincerely apologize for the bullshit time when I was on when you were playing Poppy. My bad. Niggas is chatting. Holy shit. This is what niggas is doing. Niggas trying to have a therapy session over Poppy. No, if you troll, bitch, you getting banned. That's just what it is. I told you not to troll me when I'm playing games. I've let you know this in the past. I said it before. I'm not mad. I'm just standing on what I said. Unless we was clapping our hands in your face when we was talking to you. Whoa, chill, bro. Chill. Ooh, nah. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I could be a fan in the mosh pit and Cardi could literally pour anything in my mouth. I will be honest with you.